Enz0, what the heck? What's wrong with you? You're too sleep deprived. Thank you. And Zan for the follow as well. Welcome, homie. How is everyone doing, chat? Yes, it's WillowCast time. It's WillowCast time. How's everybody doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the prime. Holy moly, there's so many people here. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's doing them again. Why not? Why not? How is everyone doing? Hello. Brainless, what's up? Pond? Oh my god. Cat ears, for fuck's sake. Okay. Why have you got to do this to me? As soon as... Deary me. Deary me. How you doing, Pond? It's been a while, man. It's been a while. How you doing? I have to chatters. Yo, what's up, Gyro? How's it going? Brainless, how you doing? Dart, how's it going? Zand, how's it going? I hope you're all enjoying the tunes. If you don't know what they are, newest Druid album. Beautiful, beautiful. And you might notice I've shaved. I'm not sure if I like it or not. I'll see. But welcome in. How's everybody doing? It's the first, hopefully of many, episodes of WillowCast. I'll give you guys a quick rundown on what's going on. Oh my god, I hate these things so much. I'll give you guys a quick rundown on how this is going to work. So, if you don't know, basically this is going to be a podcast thing with the three owners of the WillowSMP. That's Chalooby, Bush, and Enz0. And basically how this is going to work is the whole time that we're going to be doing podcasts, normal podcast questions, you know, kind of interview thing. But the whole time, we're going to be fishing with fully enchanted fishing rods. And we're going to take all of the loot we get and put it into some chests, right? At the end of the show, we're going to answer, should we say 3 would you rather questions? 3 would you rather questions that everyone's going to answer. And the whole of chat is going to vote on who they think had the best answers. And that person is going to win all of the loot. So this is Neptunian gear, this is enchanted books, all of that stuff. Whoever answers the best, and that chat thinks, is going to win all the loot. How does that sound? Does that sound good, guys? That's what we're doing today. And if you think you recognise this format, no, you don't. This is completely original. I promise, guys. I promise. Completely original. Never been done before. Don't worry about it. It's fine. But yes, I'm going to be doing this with many of the other members, hopefully. It won't just be the owners. We're going to try and get as many duos, as many trios as we can. So if you are a member of Willow and you want to do a little episode, just let me know. Hit me up. Yo, Andrea, what's up? What's up, Andrea? How's it going? Obviously, in terms of like duos, I want to do some like E-data duos, you know, because fucking E-data is cringe, whatever. But obviously, if you have any trios or just some mates you want to do it with, feel free to let me know, and I will see what I can do. But for now, I'd love to join sometimes. Hell yeah, dude. Yo, Jem, how's it going? Thank you for the follow, homie. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jem. You know for a fact I'd be down to do this? Hell yeah, dog. I'll DM you after this. I'll ask how it's going. Yo, thanks for the follow, Gyro. Appreciate it, homie. Appreciate it. Thank you, man. All right. Are we all ready? Oh, by the way, as well, during the podcast, I'm not going to be talking to chat very much at all. Just I don't want to interrupt the conversation or anything like that. So I'm sorry if I ignore you or anything like that. I'm not doing it on purpose. I just want to, keep it focused on conversation. Does TTS work? No. I'm sorry. Halo. I've been trying to fix TTS for a month and it hasn't worked. I'll redeem it later. I'm so sorry. Blue Snowball represent. Hey, okay, I'll be honest, for so long, I didn't know that it had this thing at the bottom, so I was balancing it on top of the stand. So I literally had this circular microphone balanced on top of the stand. I had like a little circular thing that it was balanced on. It was so bad. But now I've actually got it set up. It's amazing, right? I remember to try a different mic, but it's fine for now. Alright. I'm gonna undeafen. We're gonna hop in. So I'll see you in a bit, chat. And I will not be playing music as well, just so the conversation. My ears. Oh my gosh.
like games.
Hello?
So it would be really funny. Abenz.
Hello?
I know, Chaluby finally arrived on time. Everyone's
gosh.
Listen.
You turned up.
I'm
so
always-
proud.
I'm always fashionably late. What can I say?
Of course,
No,
of
you're
course. That's what it
fashionably on
is.
time. Why are we starting a half an hour early?
Yeah. Because I have
It's
to go.
fine.
Yeah, this is all Bush's fault.
Yeah, we can blame Bush for that one. Alright, does everyone know how this works before we
I don't
start?
know how to fish.
You can say no.
Okay, yeah, I know how it works. Sorry. Can someone? Am I here?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're over there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at his diamond armor.
I need to take my
Wow.
Take off your armor.
Not the
I'm-
diamond
I'm
armor.
Diamond armor. That's...
Wait,
He's an
wait,
owner, by the
wait,
way, guys.
wait.
That's an owner of the SMP.
How old is the server?
What? No, this is. We'll discuss this later. This is one of
Oh,
our
is it
discussion
lore?
topics.
Oh my god.
No, it's not lower. It's
Is it lore?
Lore.
Diamond armor lore. Yeah, for real.
I hope it's okay if I just dump my inventory here.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That's fine. Have you guys
It
got your
wouldn't be-
fishing rods? Your allocated.
do.
I do.
Oh my
Wait.
god.
Huh?
Your
Uh,
lore fishing rods. in here.
Can I have a? Oh, okay. There's. It was like. I
I
didn't
got
know
one
we
for
had to
myself.
grab
I
those.
got it from there. I got the.
You guys may
Amazing.
have
the
fishing
willow
Willow
rods.
rod.
You
Alright.
may have fishing rods, but do you have a tackle box?
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
okay.
Look at this nerd.
Why did I just
Extreme
get that
fishing.
inventory?
Acquire all the best fishing enchantments on one fishing rod. I can't believe this.
I look like I'm being interviewed right now. Holy moly.
Abenz, why should
So-
you be added to WillowSMP?
What makes you good for the
fuck.
job?
Oh shit. Oh no. Panic. Okay, basically, a quick rundown just for you guys. The idea is we're going to be fishing the whole time we're talking, and then at the end we're going to ask 3 would you rather questions, and whoever chat votes for the best answers is going to get all the loot. Sound good?
My plan is to not fish whatsoever and then
Yes.
win and collect all the loot.
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
kidding.
Scam
I'm kidding. I'm gonna
artist.
try my hardest. I promise to at least get 2 fish in the next hour.
That is ambitious, Enzo. I'm proud of you.
I know. Thank you. I'm really trying to have a
Can't believe
growth
this.
mindset.
I'm actually the best fisherman on this server.
Oh,
I say
okay,
without even
okay.
casting my rod.
Down vote. I'm
Now
gonna-
vote.
Upvote.
She got one! Oh my god, it's a
I
good
got a
start.
crab.
It's a good
this isn't
omen.
even a fish.
Oh yeah, if your inventory is full, there's chests behind me in the water.
Okay. You have
Alright.
high hopes.
So firstly, obviously, you guys, owners of the WillowSMP, do you just want to talk for a moment about what you think makes the server special?
Oh boy, who's gonna start
That's a
with
good
that?
question. Wow. Okay. Hard.
Yeah, hopefully someone answers
There are
it.
various war crimes.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a bit, and I'm pretty sure you guys can go off it. We are not exclusively a content creator SMP.
Mhm.
We are more. What's the word? Like, help me out here, guys.
I can. Yeah. So where a lot of SMPs, I think, not even SMPs, just also projects and everything, where I think, and I'm not. By the way, whenever we talk about other SMPs during this, we're not calling out any other projects. By the way,
yes, we
that
are.
is just
Specifically,
plain
we're
rude.
talking about Moist SMP, Dream SMP, all of them. Yes.
we are pals with Moist SMP.
Voice SMP.
Shout out.
We can talk collabs. We reply to you guys.
So where I think a lot of them kind of fall short is where their community is. So on the server itself, you have like the streamers, the content creators, the YouTubers, right? Where I think a lot of them fall short is that they don't really try to incorporate the outer branches of the overarching community within their project. And what I mean by that is like you have content creators on the server. Outside of the server, you have people making fan art, you have people writing like fanfics, you have people writing music, whatever it may be. And what I think sets Willow apart is that we tried our best to like make this server not only a server, but also just like the community of the server contained within this server, I guess, if that makes sense. I'm saying server a lot, but
It makes
you get the
sense.
gist. Yeah, I love the creativity because you have so many people collaborating just in this one space.
Loopy, how are you getting so many fish?
I'm
Why am I
epic.
wrong?
I
Oh
have
God.
How
I
many
do
fish
have
do you
a-
have?
Look at my custom fishing rod. I have a green line and a
is.
green
I'm
bobber. I
really
also have a gold
jealous.
hook.
Yeah, I'm watching you and I'm like, whoa.
I told you I'm the best fisherman on the server. Nobody even
He's
hold
done
the
the
torch,
slime
hold the
one.
candle to my name.
Oh no.
I do have the
Sorry, I
slime
did
rod.
not mean to interrupt you. I was just kind of watching in awe in the background.
Yeah.
But no, I get it. Like the community is directly in the server rather than just on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Just like with how the group is run, I feel like that's one of our like main points that we try to like take away from. Anyways.
I can't talk and fish. Oh, sorry, did not mean to interrupt you.
No.
Go on, Abenz. No, go on.
I was going to ask for your inviting people. Is that so you invite like parts of the community and creators completely equally? There's no bias towards one or the other.
I think that we don't invite people. When we go to invite someone, and we actually talked a lot about this in private in our vouch channel. Actually, is that we don't invite people. Oh, I can't fish and talk. Okay, we don't invite people. We don't look at someone who wants to join, and we look at their numbers or how often they stream. We look at how involved they are in the community. If we had to choose between inviting someone with 1 million subscribers versus someone who hangs out and streams and is friendly and active in the community and likes WillowSMP, we're going to choose the second one every time because that's what makes an SMP big, you know? That's what makes us a good community.
It's not about
but for building
Oh, sorry.
community.
Sorry,
you
I
go.
didn't mean to interrupt. It's not about the status. It's about the activity, is the way I see it. Like how we don't gauge our invites with who has the biggest numbers, who's gonna like give us the most followers if we invite them, or we also don't think of it as like we're obligated to invite this person, like whoever it may be, it's our main takeaway of are we going to invite you or not is will you play on the server? That's all we really care about. We care about activity like the most out of everything.
Honestly, that's kind of like my big thing when it comes to Willow. Is just like, are you going to play or not? Or are you going to join because are you only going to play? Oh, I think we had this discussion, but are you only going to play because there's someone on here, or are you going to play because you're doing it for the community and you want to meet more people?
Exactly.
I think that definitely makes the server like a lot better because you see people like Torn who's I don't even want to look at their activity time. It's probably ridiculous. but the amount that they've done on the server without creating content just makes the server so much better and so much
exactly, and it adds so much more life. Yes. And it's kind of funny the way that you look at it. This is just kind of like I can go on and on about this. I'm so sorry, but where servers will look at people just based on their numbers. The way that we kind of rewrote how things are run with Willow, it's kind of the opposite. Where if a person joins because they look at like either our numbers or someone else's on the server, they're not gonna get that experience. Does that make any sense? Like instead of the server looking at, oh, we're gonna invite this person because they have big numbers, we're more concerned about, oh, what if this person only wants to join for clout and they're not actually going to play on the server, Yeah.
Can I also chime in what Chompy said in Abenz chat is true. Taun is legitimately one of the biggest reasons why we started to invite a lot of non-streamer members like Halo, RNG, Boschka, all those people. They're great, and look at them. They're very active on the server, and it's just been so refreshing. For example, we have new areas like the Autumn District. What's the name of like the western area that Boschka's building?
Western District?
I think it's just Western District.
Western District, yeah. It's like it brings so much life to the server because it's just like people are doing it off camera and they're just building it because they're just having a fun time. And it's just like I talk about it a lot how off camera, on camera, I like to roam around the SMP because there's just generally new locations to look around.
There's so much to see.
Like I generally have a reason to go. Like, oh, I want to go to Cowboys because there's something there. We're trying to fix that.
Cowboys has had some great improvement, though. I think that's probably going to come up later in the stream.
Yeah, talking about Cowboys, if I may go a bit off topic, we plan on trying to revive Cowboys because there's a lot of members who originally lived there, but because of how dormant it went, just people didn't have a reason to go there. So our goal is just to bring back members who lived in that area by improving it, by making it more of an accessible place for people to go. I don't know. I kind of want a train station there.
So
Speaking
when
of
I
areas-
sorry, no, you go.
Sorry. No, me and Bush spent 2 hours today just running around the entire server and checking out like all the districts.
It's so much
Just
fun.
talking
It's
about
so
it,
much
'cause
fun.
It's just taking a little walk and seeing everything that's been made in the last couple of months.
Yes.
It's insane. It's so
It's
pretty.
crazy.
It's so beautiful, and it couldn't have happened if we didn't add the people we had and have the
Yeah.
community that we had, creators
Yeah.
and just friends and community members and new people.
Hell yeah. So
Yeah, because sorry, give me a second, sorry.
Okay, no, I was just talking about Cowboy District. Just when I first joined the server, I was like walked through it and I was told, "No, this is just a ghost town. No one lives here anymore." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Don't tell anyone that lives there that he
Yeah.
said that.
Oh my gosh. I think that kind of ties back to the beginning of the server, though. It was such a huge part of the beginning, but a lot of its members did go inactive or move to different areas, and that area was kind of forgotten. But it was such a huge part of the beginning of the server that I think a lot of people just kind of miss it and want to bring it back.
A lot of them say, can I just say, like, I just want to give a shout out for like Sage Green, because they were a big advocate for
Oh,
Cowboy District.
absolute. We miss
Honestly,
Sage.
Sage,
so
listen, if you
much.
ever see this, just know we all miss you, right? You're
Yes.
generally one of the most fun people to hang around with, and we wish you
Yes.
in whatever is happening in life with you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
agree with what Tom said.
Hold on, I need to
miss the
go
movies and- Oh,
throw stuff in the chest. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm also gonna make a chest run really quick.
I
Oh
have
my
like
God.
8 fish, but whatever.
Yeah, what the hell,
All
guys?
right, I have like
I agree with
700.
what Tom says. The beginning of Cowboys, so there was kind of a parallel between Paragon that had like structure. and stability.
parallel Paragon. Ah.
I did
Waka
not say
waka.
that. Oh my gosh. And Cowboys, it was literally just like crazy, just kind of do whatever you want, lawless, fun area. And we're kind of trying to build that back, but also, have building it the structure and foundation it needs to keep itself as an alive district. Sage is the reason why people think I'm British.
You are British, Dark.
Yeah, what do you mean, Doug?
Just like Nadabean's a lawyer.
I
Yes.
hate
You
all.
sounded-
Speaking of that, I don't know if
Sounded crazy right
Chaluby
now.
wants to bring up that. 'Cause I
Yeah,
think it's a huge part of the WillowSMP.
I gaslit Bush into thinking Nadabean was a genuine lawyer, and I was like, yeah, we should.
What?
Okay, during season one, I'm not gonna go into much detail, right? But like as we were talking, right? Chaluby was like, we can get my friend. It was during the maid cafe incident. So
Wait,
So-
what?
during season one, so Reef and Enzo, well, mainly Reef built a straight up maid cafe in the middle
so
of
funny.
the original. It was called Paragon Republic, right?
Yeah, that was. The
Yeah,
original
so they
Paragon,
built
yeah.
it in like the center of it, where it was just everyone. I was originally gonna set up a beacon there, right? But when I came back the next day and saw there was a huge building there, it was like a bit of a dispute. So I'm like, so when we were talking about adding new members, Nadabean was like, you know what? We should invite my friend Nadabean. He's a lawyer. And then I told Ansel that in pure confidence, and then
The worst part is that when we were deciding members for the beginning of the WillowSMP, I believed him.
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
you know what?
But
With all this
both-
weird Eggman Sonic war, we're gonna get sued. We need a lawyer. Nadabean is a great member of the community. Wasn't just added because he was a lawyer. I
Sure,
thought it was a
okay.
really good nudge, and I believed it until one day I got on the server. I met Nadabean for like the second time ever, and I said, "So what's it like being a lawyer?" And he just looked at me and he went, "Huh?" And everyone's so embarrassed because I was so confident. I'm like, the bar on. What's it like
God.
being a lawyer? That's so cool.
Yeah, ChaloobyLive gaslighting. ChaloobyLive is more evil than you
What a
think.
girl
The
boss.
gaslighting goes deeper.
Girl boss.
The girl
Actually,
boss
slime
mod.
boss.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Our favorite cat.
Oh, I love Nadabean so much.
I do have one thing to piggyback off of what Enzo was saying, just about like server life. You mentioned like Eggman and Sonic stuff. I think that's kind of another topic that like makes Willow a bit different than a lot of other servers. Just because of how like inclusive we really strive to be with like but voice crack. Oh my god, with like the quote unquote lore and the definition of lore being in character on this server, it's it's we try to make it so easy just to be like, you can ask Bush. Bush and I have had this discussion before, but we were like, if anyone wants to be involved with like the role play on the server, all they need to do is like shoot Bush a DM, and if they're free, he's gonna hop on, throw in an Eggman skin, and bam, you're a part of the story now.
And also because you can make your own lore, right? So the overarching lore for WillowSMP, right, is that Chalooby caused a multiversal collapse, right? And then everyone appeared here. Like that's the overarching story. If people want to like make their own story based off that, hey, they were somewhere else, but now they're here, they can do that.
Yeah, and that's, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but that's the coolest thing, is that like we give the baselines of being like how this world got here. How did this get here? And then people will take that idea and just like run with it. Not even run with it, like sprint, full on sprint with it. Because we've seen so many cool ideas like arise out of the idea of a multiversal collapse. And it's just like what people do with that is the coolest thing. But it's also the definition of being in character and being in lore. I'm somebody who doesn't really like to make that distinction. I think kind of like immersive and situational storytelling, I guess, how that arises from natural interactions, I much more prefer than to be like, this is what's going to happen, and that's why I love just giving people the groundworks for, oh, this is how you got here. Whatever else happens, you can do whatever you want. People don't, I mean, we've had like alternate like branches of the story kind of all splinter off because different people want to do different things with it, and I just think that's really cool for like a storytelling perspective. Anyway,
so this was a topic I was going to go into more detail in, but
yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up early.
No, you did. But I was going to ask, like, so obviously there's a lot of lore in the server, and there's a lot of like different types of lore. Like, obviously a lot of people like to plan lore, a lot of people like to do like cinematics. Some people just do purely improv random crap. So, which
is so much fun. It's so much fun.
Yes.
I literally did that last time Chalooby streamed, like I think 2 streams ago. So me and Dark, me and Chalooby are doing like something called the Market War, right? So it's just like our 2 businesses going at each other, right? And I didn't notify Chalooby ahead of time that what I was gonna do. So what I did is I grabbed Dark and I'll be like, hey, you and me are gonna stand outside his house until he sees us. And we just sat there for 20 minutes because he played the guitar and go upstairs, downstairs, and chanting something, going to name something in the anvil, and we just sat there for the longest time. And then he finally came outside, and then finally we got things moving for an hour.
But that goes to show the dedication of people on the server. They will sit there for 20 minutes.
I think this gives me a quick moment to segue into something that I think Chalooby should know about. Yesterday, me and Bush were streaming on the SMP, and Lancaster spent 30 minutes setting up a Chalooby summoning circle in hopes to summon Chalooby on SMP. I will send you the clip later. I forgot.
Please do.
We were
oh my god.
On Cowboys, and they were talking about how one day they summoned Chalooby on a Hypixel lobby at night, and
that is true.
Built a circle with a little slime ball in the middle.
That is true.
And they were saying your name like Bloody Mary.
Like Bloody Mary.
Trying to summon you for a good half an hour.
Oh my god.
And it was and the funniest part is when they were doing that, you appeared online for a second and started typing in Snapchat. Bush panicked.
I know what's going on. I hear the chants. Where am I needed? It's like the bat signal.
Chalooby.
The Chalooby seagull.
Oh, did you say seagull?
I mean, signal.
Oh, yeah,
next topic. Oh, no. We don't need to talk about my movie.
Seagull Live.
How about, what have you guys got planned for the future for the server?
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, spoil as much as you can.
I just want to throw out there. I want to apologize. I want to apologize to all our members for like just the lack of transparency. It's just we all been so busy and like we're having a rough part.
We all just took a month off.
We just a month off. Yeah, so we're so sorry for not being transparent. Trust me, there's stuff happening behind the scenes. There is stuff happening behind the scenes.
I would also like to mention that like, but Willow is not a spur of the moment, like just happen thing. We have a Trello. There are like spreadsheets. Like this is a whole production behind the scenes. So this isn't something that we just gave up on and are returning back to it. A lot of staff we're like jotting down ideas. Like I literally bring a notebook with me to work and be like, okay, what can we do? Who are we gonna invite? Like looking at members all the time. So it's a whole thing.
Even on our break, I kept throwing ideas in straight up staff chat because I wanted to come back to it, but everyone was on break, so I had to kind of hold off on it.
Yeah, and to be fair, we were working like weekly meetings, at least when we could. The invites, trying to work on the server life and everything. But yeah, we appreciate the crap out of y'all who are like understanding.
I will say for the rest of the members, it is very much clear how much work you guys are putting in, and you guys do not need to apologize for taking a very well-earned break. And I know for a fact that some of you are working through the break as well, so you do not need to apologize.
I did what I could in between the watermelon duo move, but
yes.
So I think if we're gonna keep on the topic for future stuff for a minute, I think we could talk about a very important big thing coming up very soon, which is our community Discord.
Yes,
Ooh.
yes.
Which is pretty much like what 98% set up.
It's
We're waiting for the
basically
bots.
okay. So it's basically done. That's one of the things that I've been like kind of chipping away at over the break too, even though I would get yelled at to be like, hey, you should take a break. But it is real. It is real, Gem. So this is not going to be just like a generic community Discord. I'm not giving away too much, but we have put so much freaking work into this. There's, custom graphic. We reached out to Bisect for some help. We're going to be reviewing, like Ton said, rules and finish up the bots and everything. But that also segues into something else. Now, if Bush and Enzo don't want to cover this right now, then that's okay. But the thing that we discussed about attaching to the community Discord.
Huh?
Ooh,
Do you-
wait,
Do we
Here,
know
let
this?
me. I'll DM it to the group chat.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah, DM it to me as well, Chaluby, just in case.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we are adding.
So
Oh yeah.
silly.
Also to the actual.
Yes.
Discord
Can
server.
I talk about this?
Oh, wait,
Can I
what-
talk
Yeah.
about
Oh yeah.
So originally, when we did WillowSMP, we started with adding friends and some people from season 1, and then we moved on to applications, which was very stressful.
600 applications.
Yeah, but Bush and Enzo fronted that, and I cannot give them enough credit.
My
Jeez.
eyeballs out. We definitely want to build a community, and we don't like just choose our friends, but also we can't add everyone to the SMP because then we would have 600 people, which would be cool. In
And
theory,
so at
but
the
not for
beginning,
community we wanna
You
build.
know,
I
Push,
literally-
you're not
I
allowed.
told
Push, you don't want
if we-
300 friends.
You don't want 300 friends, Push. Why are you denying 300 people? So we decided to move away from that system and move to vouchers, which was a good system for a while. But like I
got an
said,
ad.
we're not. Ain't no way. Imagine not being
Got it.
subbed to Abenz.
I
I'm
hate
subbed
it.
Imagine.
with Amazon Prime.
Hey guys, you can avoid ads by subscribing with Amazon Prime.
Got any
Look,
prime subs
Alright.
from chat? Eh?
Oh no, this is the perfect time to talk about this one. An ad's playing.
Oh no, I can
Yeah,
say, I can say one thing. We are adding a TTS bot. That is something we want to add.
Oh yeah, that too.
Oh hell yes.
Okay. But now wanting to get the community involved and be more of a less content creator SMP, more of just really built around the community SMP. The community Discord is going to give the opportunity for a couple members from the community to join the SMP.
Ooh.
Because being active in the community Discord is being active in the community, and being active in the community gives you a really good chance of being on the SMP. So I think that's a huge incentive. I think there's already a huge incentive for being in the creator Discord. Not the creator Discord, wow, the community Discord. Sorry. Just because we're going to throw events, you're going to be able to hang out with SMP members. You're going to be able to talk to us. Like, we're just gonna-
Wow,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
you're
not
gonna be
allowed
able
to
to talk
talk
to
to
us.
To us
If you aren't in the
famous
Discord,
people.
you're not able to. But if you join,
No,
we'll
you
allow
can't.
that.
You
I
can't.
suppose you plebeians can speak to us.
Yeah.
But also, we want to involve our community members in our SMP. and invite them to be in the SMP. So, you know, being a part of the community Discord is a really, really, really good way to just introduce yourselves to us.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of harder when you're watching a stream.
Piggybacking off of that, activity in the community is honestly one of the biggest things that we like.
The biggest
One of the
I burped. I'm
biggest
sorry.
things.
I just burped.
Wow.
I'm so
Oh
sorry.
my God.
Wow, moving my boat away from
Oh,
No,
shit.
Hey, gotta shim it, gotta
Too
shim it to the
slow,
right.
man.
All right. No, didn't cut that out.
removed from the final cut.
So, the biggest thing that we look at is involvement with the community. How active are you in people's chats and streams? Like, all that stuff. And so the community Discord is a really good way. We want to actually like. I'm not going to reveal the whole system, but it's not going to be exactly what they were saying. It's not going to be applications. It's going to be a very basic vouch system, and we're just going to probably like use the WillowSMP hashtag just to filter
if
through
Twitter's
it.
alive.
Yeah, that's a whole other
Look-
thing that
looking at
we'll be
you, looking at
discussing
you,
that
Elon.
later.
Looking at you, Elon.
But in the
Elon is
community
not
Discord,
Willow.
which we haven't even revealed the name of, have we?
Huh?
Do we
No, we
want
haven't.
to? Do we want to?
Do you want?
Oh
do
my
you guys
God.
want to?
On the
Do you want to
WillowCast?
do yours,
Chaluby.
Chaluby?
No
Chaluby,
shot.
Chaluby, if you wanna honor it, Chaluby.
Everyone, the Willow Gardens is near completion.
I did.
Everyone
Yeah.
clap. Everyone clap.
Everyone clap.
Woo! Come on,
Clap-
chat.
clap
you better,
emojis in
you
chat.
better clap.
If I don't see you guys clapping, then it's gonna be banhammer on all of you. I'm just kidding.
It's gonna
Oh,
be the
God.
Willow shrub garden.
There we go. We got some claps. All right, there we go.
There we go.
That's what I like to see, chat.
But with the community Discord, it's going to be probably the best way to directly show us, because the system that we were thinking of is just like sorting through the WillowSMP hashtag on whatever platform and just kind of drawing some names from that and getting a gauge on, you know, how they would perform or how they would be on the server, if they would play or not, blah blah blah. But then with the community Discord, it's probably the most direct way for us to show for you to show us who you are, introduce yourself, all that stuff.
Perfect. That sounds great.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait, honestly. Okay. One thing I did want to talk about, you touched on it a little bit earlier, but SMPs in general, rather than just focusing on the Willow SMP. Okay. Let me ask the question
Yeah.
first. What is your guys' opinion on the current state of Minecraft SMPs, just in general?
No name dropping.
No
name
name
dropping.
dropping.
Well,
No
unless you
name
want to.
dropping.
Unless you really
Preface
want to,
that.
guys. I mean,
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
know.
we
I
don't
know.
know.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
no way,
I know
I
Bush
agree.
is
No, no, no,
very
no.
ready for this.
But
Okay,
yeah.
I just want to say out SMP content as a whole is very sloppy. It's so sloppy. It's just
Bush is just
because it is okay because like sometimes
coming out
it's just
swinging
people,
on this one.
It's just people not doing background checks. It's just lack of staff. It's just people not listening.
Drama.
It's just lack of
So
activity.
much-
It's just
so
so
much
much
drama.
darn drama.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And like I'm gonna put this on record. And yes, we before Willow we got out of a controversy and we rebranded and all that, right?
yeah.
We
haven't
were
had a controversy since.
we haven't had controversy
way.
since last year, right? But
That's
it's
why you got
just
the lawyer. Yeah.
The stuff that goes on behind the scenes, man, y'all wouldn't even. it's
No,
rough out there.
It takes a lot of work in any community, not just SMPs, but any content and public community to
Exactly.
keep things drama free and to keep things a safe environment. It takes a
And
lot of
no-
work behind the scenes and a lot of work
Yeah.
from staff and owners, and a lot of SMPs do not have that. A lot of SMPs even have drama with their owners, which is something we really don't want.
we
want
re-
Yeah,
like
it's
our number
toxic.
one thing is like, please, for the love of God, if there's something that's not making you comfortable or like you
Yeah.
straight up like have an issue with something, just let us know. We're not gonna
Exactly.
curse you out. We're not gonna yell at you. We're gonna
Yeah,
we're
just-
gonna be like, all right, we're gonna fix this problem and we're gonna fix it as quickly as possible. Because the last thing we need, oh sorry, the last thing we need is just getting the bit in the back because we couldn't fix the solution in time.
I have a crazy statement, and nobody's gonna agree with me, but this is so controversial. It's crazy how many issues that arise. Now, I'm not saying this is all of them, but a lot of the drama that arises out of those kinds of communities could be at least resolved through communication.
Communication is key to everything. Holy God.
That's not controversial. That seems about right. Yeah.
Communication is the basis of how we run things here. We want to be as transparent with members as possible. We want, staff and members. There's no divide there. Members are staff sorry, not members are staff. That was the wrong way around. Staff are members, and members have final say in what goes too. And that's another thing is we try to do we try to vote on things that'll change.
A lot of drama, with a lot of in stat chat, we actually talk to each other about drama because we're using that to learn about hey, what should we not do?
Exactly. We're learning from we have a lot of
case studies.
The history of SMPs to not make the same.
Yeah. We are using the dumpster fire that is the community at points to learn and to not follow in their footsteps. I mean, to be fair,
history case studies.
Literally.
Yeah, and even straight up, even recently, just this past month alone, and in March, right? There's just been so much drama, and it gets tiring. It gets so tiring. I got some burnt out of just seeing it, right? Because it's just, why is there an issue every other week? Yeah. So much issues can be fixed if people just talked with each other, but no one wants to talk. Yes,
it's communication.
I wanna before this note disappears. I can't fish and talk. I'm so sorry. I've caught 7 fish this entire time.
It's okay. We understand.
I'm watching Chalooby get all the fish and walking over and putting them.
Yeah, I'm kind of a pro at this.
Okay, before this topic disappears, I really want to talk about this just for a quick moment because no one likes to talk about current events, but like Ton said, we do discuss that kind of stuff because it is important, and we make sure that WillowSMP's views kind of align with keeping people safe in communities.
If I have to be honest, to chime in on that, we talk about things that happened this week alone, last week, whatever's happening of the week. Because the more we're up to date, the more we can be transparent with each other, being hey, let's avoid this mistake. Hey, let's not do this mistake. Hey, we should fix this.
Not just in SMP's bush, but me and Tom were talking about.
Just in general, yeah.
People, literally, we keep. We don't want to build a community where people don't feel welcome. Not just the people of different communities, but also people of the LGBTQ community or different races or anything like that. We don't want to build an environment where they do not feel safe. So we keep up to date on current events to make sure that we are, watching out for our members and making sure that it's a safe space where everyone can feel comfortable and welcome.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we care about Willow, but if Willow didn't exist, if it was some other random project, the members would still be first at the end of the day. We do everything that we do to make sure you guys are getting the best experience. The people that are involved, also just within the community in general, that's where our real goal lies. And I think all of our work kind of goes to show, I guess.
Definitely.
On the topic of our members, right? One thing we really want to do is just be more interactive within our members. Like, for example, we plan on doing a lot of more community activities, right, guys? Game nights. We want to do game nights, movie nights, just stuff like that, where it can be people who never talked, or people who just want to hang out can just be in one place just to hang out.
Can we answer Ton's question?
Yes, can we actually?
I was gonna mention, actually, I wrote that down just in case we wanted to move forward, but I do want to touch on that subject if you guys want to right now. So
I don't see why not.
I'm gonna. I wrote it down. What makes an SMP successful? I.e., qualities, people, features, community. Yeah. That's one word.
Community, and that's what we kind of build Willow around,
Mm-hmm.
Not gimmicks, not popularity, not views, community.
It's not. I mean, community is kind of an overarching general concept, but it's also just not relying on one thing for your success. Like people be like, "Oh, I want to invite as many people as possible." Another server or project, I want to invite only the most popular people. Another project will only focus on the server itself and not try to do any kind of like putting their name out there. So it's. It's also not putting all of your eggs into one basket. I mean, here we are on a Minecraft server doing a live podcast. It's all
it's about
with
Willow, but
yeah.
it's not an SMP. We're not doing SMP
And
content right now.
I don't want to say something, right? And we have messed up in the past. We have messed up and stuff on.
Oh
Willow.
yeah, absolutely.
No one look at me.
I wanted to talk about.
So Bush, how have you messed up,
Bush?
Bush?
Bush,
Oh,
why don't you tell
okay.
people about the beginning of the server?
Oh, okay.
Video applications.
Yeah.
No, I was.
No,
I
that
was
was
thinking
you.
more
That
about,
was you. That was.
I was thinking more about admin abuse.
Oh yeah. Okay, I can tell the story.
To be fair, it was very funny.
The
So
mob battle. I logged on the first week of the server to find Bush holding 3 members hostage in the Nether in a box, fighting demons, fighting evil creatures for their lives, for rewards that didn't even exist.
it was
caught
very,
him.
very funny.
Okay,
It was
I
Bush
caught-
Bush locked me in a mansion with like a crazy witch that I had to find my way out of.
It was-
Somebody
it was
probably
the
has a video of
magician.
that.
It was the magician. It was the
Yeah.
magician. Whatever. How do you say it?
And then like the fight with different mods with each other. So-
You know what? I
Just like
understand
us-
why you got a lawyer now. It makes sense.
Yeah.
So I will say this straightforward. The reward I gave, and I got into so much trouble that Enzo made me mine diamonds for it.
And
Was
then burn them. And then burn
You're
them.
deemed a physical labor.
yeah, Enzo. Oh, it was like, all right. Did you mine the diamonds? Did you burn the diamonds? So what I gave
I
Dark.
made-
That's so funny.
I gave. Okay, so it was. So the people that was there
Don't
was.
tell them what you gave.
It was a few months ago. I can talk about it. It's good now. So I gave Dark, Raiden, and former member Cherry Calf 3 stacks of diamonds, and I gave someone a Neptunian axe and a Nether star.
Jesus Christ.
So I made Bush get all these things that he possibly could, and then once he got them and brought them to me, I placed a flint and steel down and said, "Burn them." And Bush
Oh my
hasn't like heavily admin abused since. So
Well,
I think
yeah.
it worked.
That going
Okay,
off of like
once, but-
uh,
sorry.
I was just gonna say, going off of like making this like a learning experience too, because we're not, no project is run perfect. We're still, we still have things that we can work on, and that's very important. Not bringing your ego into server projects or projects in general. This is for the community. It's don't make it about you. Sorry, that sounded rude, but it's kind of
Don't worry, I was looking at Bush the entire time.
Okay,
Wow, holy
Listen,
shit.
I'm big enough to say that I messed up, right?
Well,
And
I'm not. This isn't even like looking at that stuff because I thought it was funny. I didn't really care. But it's also about like kind of the dynamic with Enzo and Bush kind of applies to the the rest of the staff members. If something like happens, or if we're like we don't really want to do that, then we like deliberate on it. We talk about it. It's not one person making all the shots. We keep the server run, but we also keep each other and our members
check.
kind of in check, I guess. Not in like a disrespectful way, but I'll be completely honest, Ton has helped so much
has
with
changed our
organizing
minds so many times.
literally. Well,
We think of
Ton,
something and Tom's like, guys.
No,
let's
like,
let's look
we're
at it
going
at
to
a
war-
different angle, or it's that
Let's
kind of
not
stuff.
do that.
It's Ton with organization too, because Ton was like the main advocate for the Trello and setting that up, and like we would not have anything were it not for Ton. And I still remember when after like season 1 and we were talking about the rebrand and everything and who we were going to invite. I'm pretty sure you guys could correct me on this if I'm wrong, but I believe one of my very first vouches was Ton. And being like, Ton needs to be in this. I refuse to be on the server if they're not here.
I mean, genuinely, Ton is one of the I heard that. Genuinely, Ton was one of the first people I honestly wanted on the server that I didn't know personally.
Yeah, we kind of invited Abenz just because we felt like we had to.
Yeah. You need representation. You need to fill the quota.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I know.
Very, very off topic, right? But there was a period when the server started that everyone kept DMing me to invite Ton, and it was the most annoying crap ever. That so many people were like, "You should invite Ton. You should invite Ton."
For context, Ton was already added. We weren't annoyed that people wanted Ton added.
Ton was already in. And I'm like, how can I invite somebody if someone's in?
After this podcast, I do think we should have a staff meeting. We should discuss adding Ton as a member. Pretty active in the community.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Abenz, I'm so sorry. I literally wrote this down. I didn't bring it up. But when you showed me today's topics, I didn't see one that I wanted to talk about. And I thought I told you, but I just imagined myself telling you. I think we should talk about, real quickly, just some of Willow's achievements. Because besides raising $1,000 for the Trevor project and winning the best SMP,
Let's go.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, so for charity work, do you guys have any other plans for future charity events?
That's a very good question.
We can't talk about them yet because they're in the future, but
they're not completely finalized, but we have discussed this.
There are things happening at some point.
There is going to be another charity event in the next couple months.
That being said, if everyone watching or listening right now, if y'all have any suggestions on like charities that we should look into, please do let us know.
Put them in the community Discord.
Put in the community Discord. Isn't that right, Chalooby?
Right,
Yeah,
guys?
Chalooby.
Wait, what did I say?
No, I said put them in the community Discord.
What's Discord? Wait, what? I completely zoned out for a second. What are we talking about?
I cannot even.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Let's get back on to Abenz's talking points.
Oh yeah. Also, if you donate to charity, you can write it off in your taxes. Thanks, RNG.
Oh, take a note of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I already filed my taxes.
You can write it down as a there's literally like charity donation. I didn't know about this.
Yeah. That's why rich people donate to charity.
RNG, why didn't you tell me before I filed? What the heck?
Binder.
Okay.
You guys haven't done your taxes yet.
One completely different topic. I wrote these topics a while ago, so they might be a little outdated. But Bush, you went on a Twitter break where you completely went off Twitter, just radio silent for a while.
Trigger warning, guys. He's back.
He's back. He is online. Twitter is not safe anymore.
Twitter is dead anyways. But no, sorry.
But yeah, when you took that break, how did you feel it benefited you? Were there any drawbacks that you had? How was it?
Okay, I wanna put this on record. A bit depressing topic. Anyone? I was. Sorry. 2 months ago, right? Back in February, I was diagnosed with very bad depression. Right, and I was talking with my therapist, and Twitter was a contributing factor to some of my depression because it was overwhelming to just see bad things happen constantly, and then just jealousy would get the better of me, and then just seeing let's say I'm not gonna name drop, but seeing some of my friends like just in a much better position, and it just got so bad for me, right? It made me believe like I wasn't good enough, I couldn't do this, I'm a failure.
Which is the furthest from the truth, because this wouldn't even exist were it not for you. But continue.
Yeah, so it just got so bad for me. There was some nights where I just wouldn't be able to sleep. So so after my trip to New York on March 5th, I went off social media completely. I was still on Discord, but I was not on Twitter. I didn't go on TikTok as often. It was refreshing because it was like a breath of fresh air because I didn't have to worry about anything. And I recommend people should at least take once in a while, just take a break from social media because like it gives you a chance to think for yourself, right? Because it's just always people arguing for no apparent reason, right? Because if you say blue, someone's gonna say red. If you say Pokemon, someone's gonna say Digimon, and it's just gonna get frustrating. So that's all I can say on that topic, right? Like take a break, be able to think for yourself for once, So don't see the drama, that type of.
Were you tempted to just stay off Twitter completely?
A part of
he was. I had to
was.
tweet out his streams for him.
I remember that. I remember seeing this.
I got so many of my friends to tweet out my streams for me because I was not on. Yeah, that's the most I can get. Like, trust me. Like, I do want to say that I'm finding ways to like better myself as a person, right? Me and Enzo actually had a talk this morning about just stuff in general, and it was helpful. Like, talking to your friends is a great way to, like, to vent, get advice.
Vouch.
Therapist. Hey, Slime Man, you helped me a lot too. Don't ignore
Oh, bushy.
They're friends, guys.
Yeah.
That's another thing too with like this group. We talk about like, oh, we have a Trello, we have spreadsheets, like it's all this like business. But this is what goes on behind the scenes too. So it's the goofy, it's the talking to each other. We're all pretty close outside of
Also,
Willow,
I'm gonna put this on record. Please don't only sleep 3 hours like me sometimes.
You were telling me about your sleep
No.
schedule today.
We're
It was
talking
bad.
about this.
Oh
huh?
no.
You wanna know why
Okay,
Bush only slept 3 hours today? Because a day ago he said, "Hey Enzo, will you please wake me up at 4 a.m. when you get off of work?" And I said, "Oh yeah." Guess when he went to bed? 1 a.m.
By the way, asking to be woken up at 4 a.m. is crazy. By the way.
Bush, I'm gonna scold you.
I was editing most of the night. So Enzo, after we finished streaming the other day, I immediately went to editing, and that's all I did for the rest of the night.
You're insane.
I hope you
Insanity.
cry. Okay. Sorry.
No, ow.
Bailey, have you ever seen this? My bad. I promise to sleep more. Because Bailey would try to be stabbing me right now if you heard this.
Oh
Good.
god.
What? Deserved.
Give Ton ownership.
Ton ownership.
I'm
By the way,
sure-
I want to put on record. If I mysteriously disappear, Ton gets full ownership.
Oh,
Okay,
slay.
noted.
You know
Bye,
what?
Bush.
I have no
That's
complaints
fine.
about that.
Bye, Bush.
Oh, okay, see you guys.
Oh, and there he goes.
Hey,
Wait, he
Ton.
took his boat with him.
Yeah, the boat
Ton, you
Took
want to
his
join
boat with
WillowCast?
him. Oh, Halo, what I DM'd you was a joke, by the way, because Bush was okay. I'm gonna say this out loud, but you guys have to take this as I'm a positive being, okay? Bush was saying if you say blue, they say red. They say this and that, and I said yeah to Halo in messages. Yeah, you say human rights, they say.
Oh my god, what?
But I don't think Halo realized the context, so I DM'd that. And then I'm out of nowhere, and I feel a little bad. So there you go, Halo.
Oh, no.
I was
Jesus.
AFK. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Sleepy and Enzo, do you think you guys would do a Twitter break at some point?
Me?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I think it was really good for Bush to take the break because he just needed that time to just, kind of take that time off of it. I feel like I'm so cool. And
That's unrelated. Unrelated, no.
I'm kidding. I like to see how awesome and amazing my friends are doing. So I don't think I'd want to take a break from, because on Twitter, all my friends are posting about all the cool things they're doing, all their milestones, and I don't think I could lose that because I'm really proud of them, and I just like seeing how well they're doing.
You can just say you're addicted to Twitter like I am. It's okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to dance around it.
on topic of my Twitter break, I actually wanted to build off from that. Chalooby, what was your break back in December? Like, how was that?
Oh yeah, I did that, didn't I? So my whole break during December was more of an involuntary one. I didn't exactly want to take a break. There's just a lot of stuff going on in my IRL life, and I kind of figured that trying to put my all into like streaming and everything wasn't the best idea for my mental health at that point. I mean, people around me can vouch. Like every other day I would be like, oh, I miss streaming. I really want to come back to streaming. I really want to stream again. And so that's always been there. But it was just like there was so much else going on that I thanks Chompy. You think there's just so much else going on that I was like, I'm not saying that like streaming and this stuff is stressful. It does get stressful sometimes.
Halo, you like the server? Why?
But I just thought it was best at that point for me to just kind of take a step back and be like, all right, I'm gonna take a step back. But I will say the Willow staff break, I think we needed.
Oh, so much.
Yeah.
Well, to be
for
fair,
no reason.
4 of the 7 staff moved during that break.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And we were still working behind the scenes. But to answer your question with the Twitter break, I don't. If it ever gets to a point where I'm like, I need to take a break, I would have no problem doing that. But with how I mean, yeah, I scroll through Twitter every now and then, and I have like my private where I follow like Transformer accounts and music stuff. But if I didn't have Twitter, I'm like, all right, whatever. You know, I like seeing what my friends are up to date on, and for most part, I just kind of use it to like post stream stuff and just be goofy on it, you know. So, I mean, every now and then you see stuff where it's like, oh, just keep scrolling, you know. But
damn, I wish I had the self-control that you do. I'm on Twitter way too much. Not a healthy amount.
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, I'll be the first to admit I use Twitter fairly often, but if there was a situation where I'm like, all right, this isn't good for my mental health, and I have no problem.
You'd be fine doing it.
Yeah.
Well, you slightly mentioned it earlier, and Chompy is in chat as well, but you did move recently.
So technically I didn't move. Chompy was the one that moved, but Watermelon Duo are officially housed together under the same roof. Yes, yippee, cheers, claps, all of that. It has not been easy, and if they'd like to chime in, you want to come say hi? Why not? No? Okay. It has not been easy. Apparently life had it out for Watermelon Duo.
Me specifically.
Yeah, specifically Chompy. Yeah. So the move happened and everything was all good. Chompy needed a car. I'm not gonna go into too specifics.
Yep.
But
The license plates. What color's the car?
yeah, literally.
Your social security address.
I don't remember the specifics of like the order of events, just because it all happened just within like a week and a half. We both got violently ill with the worst stomach bug I've ever seen. Chompy had to purchase a new car. Well, it was used, but it was new for them while they were still recovering from said stomach bug. And then I got immediately sick the night after. The entire first
telling
week.
you, it's the shrimp.
It is neither. The entire first week and a half, neither of us. We were barely getting. We were lucky to get maybe a couple hours of sleep. What else? What else happened? Babe? Hang on. Yeah, Chompy literally just said a lot happened. I don't remember.
That's fine. Yeah. But generally not ideal.
Their phone is basically snapped in 2 pieces.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so they had to get a new phone. Huh? Oh, yeah, they threw out their back. Their phone broke. They had to buy a new car. We both got violently ill. Freaking other stuff happened. It's so much. Yeah, it was rough, but we're finally getting to the point where we're still kind of recovering and just taking it day by day. But yeah, it sucked with what life kind of handed us during that, but it was worth it, honestly.
So I didn't really notice this until like a couple days ago when I looked at the group chat. I was like, huh, that's interesting. But 3 out of 4 of us have been in long distance, long time relationships, and I thought it'd be interesting to get like some advice on what you think for people who are maybe just starting out in distance relationships or are worried about potentially wanting to go into a long distance relationships. If you guys have any advice for newer couples.
Can I start with this?
Yeah, of course. Go for it.
Long distance sucks.
Yes, that would be the theme.
So, Chompy and I, we have okay. This is context. For a long while, Chompy and I, mostly Chompy, were asked a lot about advice for long distance and just relationships in general. So we have a lot of opinions about this kind of stuff. And it sucks. It's not easy. But all I can say, if anyone's nervous, if you're going through it, if you're having a difficult time, if you want to make it work, communication is your like biggest asset in making that relationship work, because communication in a relationship in general is very important.
Opinions that I need to
Chompy has opinions, and they're here to share if that's okay.
Amazing. Yeah.
But communication is important in any relationship, whether it be online or in person. But you don't have the body language that you would in person. You're not able to just not say anything and like hug someone, and that does so much. When you're in those situations, it helps so much. But you don't have that when you're long distance. So you need to talk about this stuff. And it gets really difficult because, my experience, it gets to a point where the line is blurred between that kind of stuff. So it's kind of hard. Like, what do we talk about? What needs to be talked about? Is this something, it's just communication in general. Chompy, would you like to take the mic here? Here, Chompy on the mic, everyone. Applause.
Chompy on the mic.
Is
this? Yeah, right here.
Just starts rapping.
there?
Yeah.
They can hear me?
Can you guys hear them?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we
All
hear
good.
She said hi.
Hi.
You can share.
So another thing is that one with getting into a long distance relationship, as someone who's been in one, and this is my second one that I'm in, but it's no longer long distance.
The epic one. I'm awesome.
The better one. Yeah.
Well, you really, I don't know, with feelings with long distance, I think many people don't understand, like, I don't think there's a dating period with long distance, in my personal opinion, because I think because with long distance, I feel like you have to upend so many parts of your life to make it work, that I don't think dating really works in a long distance relationship. Just because, again, you're upending so many things with your life. So I feel like if you really want to go for it, you really got to sit and think, like, is this something I really want to dedicate and make a part of my routine? Because to be honest, it is a routine. And a part of that is, just to say for advice, please never ever lose sight of making sure that you have spent time with yourself. Because like Chalooby said, there will be times where you need to communicate and you feel like you need to talk about every little thing, because obviously you don't have that physical aspect of your relationship. You just need to make sure you have time for yourself. You need to make sure you hang out with yourself. It's so easy to feel like you need to tell each other about every little thing, because again, your baseline is messaging and calling.
Yeah.
That's not the extra like in other relationships. That is your baseline.
Can I bounce off of that?
Yeah.
They were talking about the baseline. This is something that we've talked about a lot with us. In-person relationships, right? Your baseline is just physically being able to be with the person, right? That is your baseline of a relationship. This person is in front of you, or this person is here. That's your baseline. If they go out on a trip, if you have time alone with yourselves, if so your partner is at work, or your partner's whatever situation you're in, if they're off, you always have that messaging aspect. You can call them, you can message them, you can text them, and that is like making up, I guess, for not being in person.
Yeah.
In a long distance relationship, your baseline is that communication is texting, calling, messaging, all that stuff. That is your baseline.
Yeah.
Beneath that baseline,
It's just not talking.
it's just not talking. It's a really hard thing to have to manage.
I also want to say, I don't know if I just
No,
mentioned
they
that.
can hear you.
Okay, I just want to say, I don't want it to make it seem like just because that's your baseline, that doesn't mean you can't do anything to liven up that aspect. Like,
Yeah.
like freak it, like send each other letters. Like
Yeah.
that's what we did. Or like give each other a journal when you guys see each other and swap it off when you next see each other. There are things that you can do to spice that up, but understand that your baseline is always going to be texts and calls until you move in together. And that goes into a quick next point. If you end up moving in with this person you were long distance with, my main point with making sure you spend time with yourself is because I will let you know, because this is something we've dealt with, not knowing when to call it quits and know when to say I need to recharge or be myself and spend time with yourself. It's going to be really difficult. So making sure that that's a solid foundation early on in that relationship is really, really important.
Yeah.
No,
Exactly.
I really like
Ouch.
that. That's really interesting. Yeah.
Bouncing off of like finding other ways to like kind of resolve, or not resolve, but finding other ways that isn't just having that baseline. For our first trip together, when we first saw each other in person, I had gotten them, I don't know if you guys have heard of this. If you're in a long distance relationship, this is an amazing thing to have. It's called a love box. Look it up. It's just a little box that has a heart on it, and you can, one person downloads an app and the other person has this love box. And if you're long distance, that the person that has the app, they can send messages to the love box, and the person on the receiving end will get a little spinning heart on the love box, and you open it up and it'll show your message. You can send like pictures and texts and everything.
Oh,
So
nice.
I got it as a gift for them. So I would like, if they had to like get up early for work, I would be like, I hope you have a good day at work, like in the morning. So it's the little stuff like that. It's doing what you can with what you have, but also not losing track of yourself in the, in the process.
That's really cute.
I'm just going to chime in with one more thing, and then I will obviously let other people talk, because there are more people in a long distance relationship than just me and
We just have a lot to say about it.
I will just say, I know we're talking a lot of like the negatives with long distance, and I feel like that's what a lot of people talk about. But again, with making it into your routine, if you genuinely care for this person and this is something you genuinely want to do, I would say go for it. A big part of our entire relationship is just going for it. And we've been together for almost 2 years. So again, I will say, if you're a bit younger, it is very difficult, but it's possible. It's just work from both ends. And I will say, it was really difficult, but it's so rewarding, because I feel like there's a lot of things that you can work through. People in a quote unquote typical relationship
Are we in an atypical?
or
Quirky
atypical
relationship.
Also we're
We're in
gay.
a neurodivergent relationship.
I just want to say, I won't go into too much detail, because Enzo, obviously, there's not always negatives. I will say it's so worth it. I feel like there's so many more things that you can go through, to talk about with people, and be with that person. And I feel like there's so many things that you benefit from in a long distance relationship than if you were in a typical like non-long distance relationship. And as someone who's been in a long distance relationship, I will say it sucked, but I literally wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah.
Like everything that we've been through, it was definitely worth it. And I like this guy just a little bit.
They like me.
No way.
They
What?
like me.
Oh my god.
I don't know who this person is in my house, guys. Good. Just kidding. I love you.
I really like that. I really like the idea though that like there isn't a dating period where it's as soon as you start dating long distance, you have to be a higher level of
It's
committed.
like it's full on.
Yeah, just because you're
it's-
missing that physical aspect, you have to put more
Exactly.
into it. But I guess that also
And-
kind of means that like for that starting period, you kind of know a lot quicker whether you want to carry it on or not.
Oh,
Because-
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another thing. You have to know a lot. You learn a lot about yourself in a long
Yes.
distance
Yes,
relationship.
definitely.
But Enzo, you had things that you wanted to
Yes.
discuss.
No, I'm actually really
Sorry.
happy that Chalooby and Chompy went first because I met Chalooby and Chompy before I got into my current long distance relationship, and I actually went to Chalooby and asked
Oh,
him
wow.
about long distance relationships.
Yeah, speaking of the advice thing.
Yeah.
Also, very.
Georgia third, I got 7 months ago before I got into a relationship with my current partner.
Also, you were talking to us about different people too. That was the funny part.
Oh.
Remember, like a long time ago, like way long ago.
Anyway. What happens?
Way before, Bo. Calm down, Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god, okay, so maybe
Bro, this is the time to turn off.
really long time ago. No, he's asleep. Thank goodness. No, Bo knows about this. I haven't dated anyone before, but technically, I guess I was talking to someone before Bo. Thank you, Bush. But
I'm not name dropping. It's just I remember how you would talk to us a lot about it.
Can we murder him, please?
I'm not leaking anyone. It's okay. It was way before season 2.
Okay,
Calm down.
no. Bush is not allowed to speak anymore. He is
You,
single.
you guys have to slash kill command, not me, man. I'm just
No,
here.
Oh my gosh. But actually, okay, if we're getting into full transparency, I asked Chalooby for a lot of advice on long distance, and that's actually why I chose not to get into a long distance relationship with one person and waited till I found my current partner. Though I try to keep me and my current partner's relationship just, I think, really private.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since my current partner is not. He made a Twitter just to see me and Bush's.
Hey, I'm best man.
Like,
That's me,
oh,
What a
everybody.
legend.
Oh my gosh. Not very social. And also, I know the internet can be really mean for no reason
That's-
to literally
Back to
everyone.
Twitter.
Well, that's another thing that like Chompy and I kind of had to, well, you'll have to figure out if you're a content creator and you're doing all this online stuff, please have some boundaries with your relationship, please, because people will give them an inch, they'll take a mile, you know. It's that whole thing where there's gonna be weirdos online, and
Talk
it's
about your relationship and act like they're, I don't know, I've seen people like talk about other people's relationship like they're involved. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh my god, these two people just had an argument. I think this and this and this, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, you need to have boundaries, and it's something that you probably, if you're in the space and you're doing this whole thing, you will probably experience it, and it's setting yourself boundaries, but also like not knowing what your own boundary. Wait.
Huh?
Disembodied
Yeah.
voices.
Sorry, Chompy just yelled from the other room. Literally within the first 10 minutes of like making it official with us two, we talked about this topic and be like, how are we gonna handle this? Like, how is this gonna work? Because we're both, you know, in that community. How? Yeah, we didn't even make it officially. Like, people had hunches, obviously. Those watermelon duo people hang out a lot. They must be really close friends.
Wow.
But
Besties.
it wasn't really officially like out there until fairly like later on with our relationship. So like, live your lives. Don't make your relationship
Yes.
I guess it's a lot like those like family channels on YouTube that are kind of like weird and messed up. You know those?
Get me started.
You know those?
channels.
You know those?
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
Yeah.
I can
Keep
rip
your-
this apart so easily. You don't know how much I want to.
keep your relationship private, man. Don't let other people like that
Yes.
meddle in your issues and your problems. It's not issues and problems, just like relationship. It's just weird, man.
One of many reasons I'm glad I'm not a big content creator.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. But I don't know if you guys want to stay on this topic or if you want to move forward.
If you want to keep talking,
I
keep
have
talking.
I
Yeah.
have a little bit of a
Abenz
segment on
looks
this
at me.
because
Bush, so what are you
I,
honestly, if you want me to answer, I can answer something. All right, you can proceed.
I think Enzo's trying to
I'm
answer
gonna
something.
beat you up. So my partner is not a content creator, but he is a part of the SMP and the community, and he is especially with Bush, who keeps flirting with my partner.
Don't worry, everybody, it works.
Oh my gosh, it's okay, guys.
So funny.
It's okay, guys. But I've only mentioned my partner like twice in my streams, and I've gotten harassing DMs and stuff about him, which is a huge reason of why
people are freaks, man.
People are crazy. Like,
yes.
So that's why, I don't know. In my situation, since my partner is not a content creator or really on social media, I'm trying to keep that part really private, because I brought it up on stream and I got a hate follow bot.
Are you serious? I didn't know about that.
I didn't know about this.
No, it was really private because I didn't want it to continue, and it was also
That's
right
awful.
when a lot of other
I'm so sorry.
stuff was happening on Willow. Oh, it's all good. That's why I'm talking about it now, because I went over with my mods. We found solutions to it, you know. But I got a bunch of harassing messages, and honestly, that's kind of what started my first break when I did take a break from streaming. Was that when me and my partner first started dating, I got a lot of harassing messages from male viewers of mine who had been in my community for months.
Freaks.
Crazy.
So I think if we're going to talk about e-dating, we can talk about how being a content creator can put a bit of a strain on your relationship.
Yeah.
Because if you have that out in the open, everyone's gonna have opinions on it, you know. If you're a content creator and you're posting about your life, people are going to make opinions on it, and some people suck.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm in a relationship with my girlfriend Gina. Was a streamer for quite a while. She did like daily streams, whatever. She became quite big, but then quit because of mental health. And she had an interview recently where she was interviewed about streaming and stuff like that, and she was talking about what the difference is between women streaming and men streaming, and I was listening to her talk about it, and it's horrifying. Like,
it is,
especially for people in a relationship. It's like, if you gather an audience and then reveal that you're in a relationship, the reaction is insanely different for the man or the woman.
It's that, and it's like it's these freak viewers who have no sense of like
first time viewers that pop out of nowhere.
It's those freak viewers who have no sense of boundaries, looking at this statement about somebody's personal life as if it were a vulnerability, and it's
like, obviously the "I am not your friend" thing is just a meme, but at the same time the effect behind it is insanely real, and it's I
know, and I like, it just sucks, man. And I've had to see so many like close friends of mine have to go through that stuff, and I'm like, I can't imagine what that must feel like, and I just hope that, like, Bush, what the heck?
Why are you pushing the other owners?
I was just gonna say, I hope that like at least the small community that we have can, you know, provide some solace with trying to better that. And that's this is kind of unrelated to that whole thing, but that's another thing that we'll discuss is, like, if anyone has like weirdos within their community, that is something that we're gonna bring up, because once like you're a member of WillowSMP, your community is kind of also brought into like the umbrella of the group, I guess. And that's understandable. That's not like saying you're on our server, we own your community now. That's not what I'm saying. But that's how it works. You know, this person will see WillowSMP, they're gonna be, you know, they're gonna be, what is the server that my streamer is on? And so if anyone has like, if someone has a member of a community that we don't agree with, then we're gonna bring that up, and we're gonna, you know, discuss that.
Yes, we're a team. That's the key. Okay, well, that
It's
topic
just-
went.
Yeah,
Sorry.
parasocial
No, no, no,
entitlement
no.
sucks, and women have it the worst in this community,
Yes,
and
by far.
it just sucks. I hope we can pave the way for people just being respectful. I don't get how hard that is.
Oh my gosh, ask them questions. Food just arrived. I'll be right back.
Ooh.
Okay,
Okay.
wait, what'd you get?
Wait, was she just
I,
gone?
Oh.
I got IHOP Chaluby.
IHOP? Oh my
love
god.
Go
IHOP.
get your food.
What are you
Go
jo-
get
Go
your
get your
food.
food.
Well, I wish we had IHOP here. Oh my god.
Oh,
It sounds like
oh.
a dreamland.
Raising my hand. Pick me. Sorry, I'm talking a lot.
It's okay.
Gina, I think there's also a big fear of banning people as a small streamer because you don't want to lose any viewers ever, but weird people ruin streams. That is something that so many people struggle with, me included. I have an absolute zero tolerance. Even if I had one person watching my stream and I found out that they are just the most insufferable, intolerable person, they are a freak, they have no sense of boundary, they are getting removed. No questions asked.
Yes.
And I bring that sentiment to WillowSMP as well. We have a zero tolerance for any of that. And I know I present myself as a silly, goofy guy, and I don't tend to talk about a lot of that stuff, but this is something that is deliberated behind the scenes very frequently, and if there's anything that makes anyone even remotely the slightest bit uncomfortable, being like, we're going to talk about it, and we're going to have actions because of it, if, you know, if a warning, whatever it may be. Fear of losing your viewers is a very real thing, and it sucks that, you know, it sucks that that's a thing that people have to think about. Being like, oh, would I rather lose a viewer or be made extremely uncomfortable in my own stream, you know? But that's another thing of setting boundaries for yourself, and it all goes back to that. Yeah. I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, every like streamer can do what they want in the chat, but I do think the approach of zero tolerance is just like, I don't know. I've been lucky enough that I haven't had to deal with things like hate raids or anything like that. But like,
I have gotten a few, but it's not anywhere near the level that I've seen for my friends and everything. So
yeah, just weirdos in Twitch, especially when you're small, is just something you have to be really careful of. Because even if you just get like an iffy vibe, you just need to be very aware, especially when you do, like, a lot of small streamers don't have mods or like active enough viewers that could be mods.
Yeah,
it's it's very odd.
I know I said I'm done talking, but I lied. Ton said something that reminded me. You have to assess your goals as a content creator and as a streamer. Are you trying to just build up the biggest fan base ever, and you don't really care about what happens within your community? Or are you the complete opposite? Where do you lie on that spectrum? For me, it is the complete opposite. It is focusing on the community first and foremost. Are these people comfortable? Are these people happy? Am I providing them like a safe space where they're comfortable? They can meet people, like-minded people. They can collaborate. And I bring all of that. I do my best to bring all of that to WillowSMP too, because the main thing I care about is collaboration. These people meeting other people, like-minded people, you know, different walks of life, you know, all that stuff. And it comes back to community, I think. And that's the way I look at it. If someone enters a community who's bringing bad vibes, you are going to diminish your own community by bringing that in. Yeah. Right. So there you go. Okay, now I'm done, I promise.
No, I was just going to mention, especially in like, whenever you think of like toxic communities, it's always like much larger ones, for example, like Dream, SMP, stuff like that. You know, that's like the names that come to mind. But I imagine that's mostly just because it's so insanely hard to moderate, like, every person in their community. Like, I just, that seems like a scary thing for growing.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
It makes it more difficult too. Not having that stable community makes it more difficult for growth, and you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot there by not not acting upon these weirdos that appear in your community, you're making it less accessible for other people by not acting on that. And I'll be the first to admit, it honestly makes me a little emotional when I see like people in the community just kind of like hanging out in VC. Maybe people that don't like, you know, always talk to each other, meeting, saying hi. That's like the biggest thing that gives me the most I don't want to say like satisfaction. That's a weird term, but it brings me the most happiness with what has happened in the past. Seeing that is insurmountable to any amount of raids or follows or subs, whatever. There you go.
I just want to quickly go back to a question that Oatly, one of my community members, asked. Oh, no, he wasn't a question, but they were talking about having IRL people. I know that Oatly's a younger guy. Having IRL people find your stream sometimes sucks too, because I know people who will take advantage of the fact that they know some personal information. I just want to say, if you have that situation where like people IRL know your stream and they like are threatening to expose personal information, stuff like that, is the safest thing to do is just to make a new account, just completely cut it out, because there is no like there is no like you cannot moderate that.
There's really no easy way to go about that. And my experience, I was very lucky to have because I started I don't mean to make this about streaming and everything now, but I think it's a kind of important topic because I know people have to deal with it. I was lucky enough. I started streaming around when quarantine kind of kicked off.
Yes, same.
And so, it was kind of like a performative outtake for me personally, just getting, because I would do music and I didn't really have that. I wasn't able to play live, so I kind of used streaming as that way to get those, those performative things out there and play a character and be a silly, goofy guy. But I was lucky enough to have a really close and really good friend group IRL at that point that kind of helped me get to affiliate and kind of lurked in my chat and kind of got me to the point of where that natural growth was more of a viable option, you know. But I have had some run-ins with some other IRL people maybe saying too much in chat, being way too specific, and be like, hey, don't say that. And it sucks to have to deal with that, because you're like, you're my IRL friend, but this is kind of a different space. And my what were you gonna say?
No, go for it.
I was just gonna say, the best thing for me was to just talk to those people, explain to them why that isn't okay. Because as for me, I didn't necessarily want to just completely restart. You're gonna have awful people that they're just not gonna listen to you, and that's the unfortunate thing, which sucks. But for me, I like the people who would do that were at least understanding of why that was wrong, you know. So for me, I would have some run-ins like that, and I would just talk to them and be like, hey, that's not okay because of this, this, and this. This is a public thing. We are private friends. Please don't talk about that. Don't share that. So that's my experience. I can't say for everyone, but it's different for everyone, and it's a touchy subject. So just know that there are other people that also go through that, so you're not alone, and there's always some help in the community.
It's always that pressure of not wanting to sound like a teacher and talk about
exactly
on the internet, but safety is the number one thing, and I used to remember that.
It is. It's so true.
All right, there was
safe on the internet.
Yeah, be safe on the internet. Don't be weird.
Yes.
Don't be 2 rules. Don't be weird and just be safe.
Yes, please. There was a torn question far back, and I've lost it. Where is it? If you're faced with a member you'd like to have on the SMP, but their community is one you don't want in the Willow sphere, what's the decision there?
And I got another ad. Okay.
Wait. What was the question?
So if there is a member that you guys really want to add, but their community gives off like iffy vibes, what's your decision there?
I mean, to be fair, I don't think we'd want to add someone if their community did give iffy vibes, because iffy vibes are, like, there's a difference between iffy vibes because they wear socks in the water or double socks.
Hey, Bush. Hey,
I feel like
Bush.
there's a lot to unpack there. I'm just gonna leave that.
No, wait, there ain't no way.
Ceasefire.
There ain't no
There's a
way. Ain't no
difference if
way.
they give weird vibes like that versus if they give unwelcoming vibes or vibes that could be, hurtful to a community. And if I don't think we would ever want to, those are iffy vibes if I ever found it. For real. That can be a later topic for real. But I'm just saying, I don't think we'd ever be in a position where we'd want to invite someone who gave those vibes, because it's even if we thought, hey, this person's cool, we like them, we want to add them, it's not about us, it's about our community and what we're building here and keeping our members safe. And making them feel welcome. And if we invited someone who didn't make them feel welcome or made them feel iffy, we wouldn't be doing our job as owners.
With that specifically, I do feel like looking at somebody's community and what that person stands for is one of the first things that we look at too. So I think we would make a decision pretty quick whether or not we wanted a person on the server if they did have an iffy community or not, because I mean, Bush can talk about how much freaking research is done with like inviting members.
Yeah. So
what are these people representing, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so when we look through members, and even during applications, I kid you not, I mean it when I say I have gone through everybody. I do background checks. I check their content. I check their Twitter. I check any tweets they tweeted, what they support, what their community's like, right? I will do hard.
This goes back so far too. Bush really goes in on this.
Yeah, because like I said, as we were talking way earlier, there's some SMPs that don't do background checks. So like they're gonna get a problematic person on their SMP, and then that becomes a much bigger problem on its own, and that's what we want to avoid, right?
Yeah.
It's very hard. One thing I describe to Chalooby and Enzo a lot is like, is it really that hard to be a good person?
No, it's not, and we want to prove that. That is WillowSMP's main goal, is to prove that it's not hard to be a good
person. And okay, I will say it here, right? There's been some incidents which I can't go into, right? But like, it just annoys the crap out of me, where it's like, why is it so hard just not to do this bad thing? Listen, we're not strict. I want to say that as an SMP, let's say you punch somebody, but you make it, make up at the end, right? We're forgiving, right? But if you proceed to what?
I don't mean to interrupt, but
thank you to WillowCast for liking the subs to Abenz.
I was trying not to interrupt. Just Bush was on
no,
the
we're interrupting.
Thank you, Chalooby.
Yeah.
Guys, keep it going. Keep it going.
Thank you, Oatly. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but like as I was saying, right? It's not that hard to be it's not that hard to be a good person, right? Just be good people. That's something I genuinely try to tell people a lot. In the end, just be good people. Just be happy. It's not that hard, right? And it sucks. And the amount of time there's some people, me and Enzo can vouch for me. We know people that turned out to be bad people, and then straight up it's just devastating because they had potential in them, and it just sucks in the end.
Yeah.
And then we have to cut them off because they would be too problematic. God.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. I do. I have a sorry. I was thinking a lot when Chalooby was taking his 1 hour monologue.
Speaking of being a good, honest person, I just checked my stats on how many fish I've caught. And I realize now that I've only caught like 4 fish, but because I've been around you guys, I've been picking up
Andrea,
fish
what the
that
heck?
you guys have been catching.
Andrea, thank you so much.
Because
What
I
the
went
fuck?
in and came back, and I had like 20 more fish than I did before. So
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry for stealing.
And so
them.
already stealing everything without
my gosh, I
even
know.
winning.
How did I not
Wow.
get a sub
Wait.
out of that? Sorry.
Are there statistics on how many fish you've caught in the
Yeah,
game?
escapes, statistics, and then.
Okay, wait. Can we go through this really quick?
Yeah, sure. I've probably got a lot.
Bush,
Yeah.
how many fish have you caught? Look in your stats.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Where can I see this? Which section? General, items, or mobs? Where is it?
I don't know. General, probably?
General. Okay. Interactions. It could be F. There's no phone on distance climb. Banners clean, chest open, fallen, by horse, distance by pig. I have quit the game 518 times, if that makes
Oh
anyone
my
feel
god.
better.
While we're discussing this, Abenz is currently donning the cat ears. I can't believe this. All right, WillowCast over. Thank you guys for tuning in.
I can't fight. You know what? We worry about it later.
Worry about it? What do you mean?
Okay. If anyone was wondering, fish caught. This can't be correct. I refuse to believe that this is right. I don't think
fish caught. I caught 3 for some magical reason.
168.
Wait, I'm at 441.
What? There has to. I spend hours.
Yes! Yes!
No. For perspective, every time you make a Forge account, new one, it probably resets.
My bad, guys. Yeah.
Bush. Adding
I know,
mods.
Enz0,
Oh, please.
you're
You know what?
wasting all of my
No, let's
stuff.
not talk about
Let's talk about server issues. If that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, you want to talk about running a server and the stresses of running a server?
Yeah.
This seems like a good topic.
I'm gonna tell you all now, right? So we had to transfer the server twice, right? One of those times was to our original hoster, Pebble Host, right? That took me a solid 3 days in Chalooby's castle just to get working, right? And I was having a mental breakdown throughout that whole thing, right? I'm pretty sure a lot of people can testify. I think Enz0, you were there. Enz0, I think Halo was there. Beely, Ton, I think RNG was there. Not a Bean.
Shout out to the Chalooby's Castle group, by the way.
I sat there for 3 days straight, just bashing my head because I couldn't get it working, right? And then Enz0 took over. Enz0 couldn't figure it out, so we went to a member Nitsify, right? And they helped me. Gosh, it's so stressful. I have genuinely gotten white hairs out of it.
Bush is turning gray. Somebody has to draw a bush with a bunch of gray leaves instead of green. With a cane.
No, withering. It has to be withering because it wouldn't make sense as well.
They're like dead. It's like a dead bush.
A dead bush. Yeah, and then like it gets so frustrating, right? And then the reason why I add so many mods is just to keep the server fresh, right? That's the main reason, right? But then that causes issues, and then I will say this now: the next time we do a mod update, we're gonna be removing some mods because they're either not important or just there. I will say this: I am removing all client-side mods because you just need it on your site to have it to work. It doesn't need to be on the server.
I was gonna say, on top of community events and community Discord, everything going on, we're going to be looking into just making the server a better experience overall to play on, trying to reduce lag, because there's already been a lot of work done on the server itself to try and help with that stuff. Don has helped a lot. It's just been a lot of like renovations, trying to decrease entity count and everything, so we're looking into it. I know sometimes lag does get pretty bad, so yeah, we're looking into it. But
amazing.
Also, everyone, thanks for the Abenz.
Yeah, what the fuck? Sorry, I just
deserved.
Oh
This is a good
gosh.
first WillowCast episode.
This is a great first episode. Oh my gosh.
I also want to be like, I plan on me personally behind the scenes. I plan on like trying to up like announcements videos and whatnot for Willow. I want to like just.
I have so much fun with that stuff. Can we talk about that?
Can we talk about that? The amount of
Well,
time.
you guys can talk about whatever you want. You go for it.
When it comes to making announcement videos and whatnot, it's not like a simple, all right, let's get this in order, right? We have like long talks about like how it should be made, right? Or sometimes sometimes straight up Enz0 Chalooby says like, go nuts, and then I make something, and then I go all out for that. There was a period. I do want to say there was a period in November and December. There was a period where you guys were both MIA, so I was kind of like lost on what to do.
Can we talk about the comic that we got done?
Yes,
oh my god, the comic
that
is
was
so
one of the
cool.
coolest here.
Does
Wait,
anyone have a link to it?
Yeah, I will. I'll track it down and send it to you,
not
so you
the
can just
artist
send it
who
to
did it.
chat.
Well,
yeah. Shout out Chori.
And the resource pack. Don't forget the resource pack.
Oh, Zand. Yeah.
Zand's
So
in chat as well, I think.
Okay, so while I'm finding this, Captain Zand, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful human being, has helped me out on resource pack stuff before. So when we were kind of talking about it, I was like, maybe Zand could help us out. And Zand put together like the coolest resource pack ever. Abenz, I don't know if you have it currently.
Yes, I do.
You do. So if you want to hit the pause menu and show everyone some of the artwork and everything.
So
Chompy did a lot of the assets, but there's a couple secrets in the resource pack that I won't really divulge yet, but it's really neat just to have this thing. We have talked about making it public, but we're not sure.
Or updating, but that's its all other thing.
Yeah. Here. So Bush and I were talking about we on Willow we don't okay. Let me rephrase this. A lot of SMPs will focus on seasons, like season 1, season 2, season 3. I honestly, this is kind of my personal opinion. I don't see Willow as that because I feel like we have these updates that are kind of thrown into the mix to keep it fresh. Like recently we had the like adventure update or something, exploration update. And we kind of have Willow SMP as this basis. We kind of look at it as like its own entity. We're giving it updates for the community to keep it fresh, and because I feel like a lot of people are attached to like this world, you know, they wouldn't want to see all their work go to waste, and there's still people that are developing it, obviously.
And I also want to say, all right, when it comes to this world, at the end of every month I do have a world download, so in case something goes to crisis, I can easily like restart it.
Yeah. That being said, with every update, we really love to provide an in-universe reason for that update happening. We're not going to be like, we're going to throw random mods in here, go at it. There's no reason for them to be here in the world, but you know, it's whatever. We don't want to do that. So we want to provide like an in-character reason, like what in the universe, what in this world brought these things together. And so Bush and I were talking about like doing a comic thing. I think Bush was the one that came to me with the idea for it. And we talked to Chori. I just sent it to the group chat. I
was in chat, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's incredible.
So,
it is incredible.
It is so freaking cool. I love it so much. I'm so happy with how it came out. But Bush and I did recordings for it.
Artists, everybody.
Yeah, at Chori. They're tagged in the original post. But they Bush and I did like the Foley work. We recorded voice lines for it, and it's short, but it's the form factor. It's putting
it overall gets the message done without like going too crazy with it.
Yeah, it's not going too crazy, but it's also not boring. It's not being like, we have an update now. It's like an in-character, in-game. I just got a Neptunium or a Neptune's Bounty. I'll wait to open that for the finale. But it's that stuff. It's like doing that stuff in the community, mixing things up a little bit. Like what other Twitter SMP makes a freaking like an animatic style comic book on why they're updating the server, why they're adding like the creature mod. Like it's
just little things like that which make the server feel so loved and cared for.
There's a lot of love that goes into it, so it's really neat. We love doing that stuff. We like kind of mixing it up a little bit. There you go. Go check out the original post and support the artist.
Please do. Oh my god.
Yes, please.
Also support your artists, man.
Support your artists.
How hard is that?
It's not that hard.
Pay
it's
your
not
artists.
hard at all. Pay your artists. Support your artists.
Yes,
I'm
please.
like, I mean, I've had people like send me emotes that they've made, and I'm like, let me pay you.
I'm currently paying my
Speaking
artist in Nitro.
Speaking of paying artists, Ton, are you in chat?
Ton is in
Hi,
chat.
Ton.
I
Hi, Ton.
will shove down
Hey, Ton.
money.
Hey, Ton. Ton,
Hi, Ton.
Lancaster, Beely,
I'm currently paying my artist in Discord Nitro subscriptions.
Everyone should just give Ton Nitro right now. For real.
For real.
That's good.
Oh god.
Chompy, Chompy's literally done all of my assets.
Okay.
I pay you in my undying love, though.
What's
sounds
the
like an
next
excuse to me.
As someone who uses their partner to work. No, I'm kidding.
Whoa.
Wow.
Don't use your partners.
I made them a
It's
tasty
for Minecraft
pizza last
builds.
night.
Ooh.
I'm doing a full 180 in topic change here, so I'm sorry for the whiplash. But
No problem.
I wanted to touch on something which I'm sure Bush will have a lot to say about, which is I wanted a little conversation on your guys' opinions on TikTok and Shorts content, as opposed to long-form
Bush,
content.
you have the floor, buddy. It's all you.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, right? It's gotten to the point where so much content has gotten so stale. Like TikToks and Shorts have gotten so stale. I'm gonna be honest. I joined during the PNG era. You know, when everyone had a PNG tuber, right? I kid you not, that was the most boring crap of my life because it was just the same. It was the same. It was just the same thing, just a different person. It's like a McDonald's, but the one letter's changed. That's what it was like every single
What do
time.
you have against McDonald's?
You know, McDonald's is not good. I don't want to go into that. Don't look at me.
No, you're right for that, Bush. You're right for that.
And like I'm gonna be very honest with, I'm gonna be very straightforward, right? Shorts
I got
is
another Neptune's bounty.
like,
Sorry.
the Shorts is just horrible for it's great for growth, but it's horrible for community.
Oh my god, I have so much to say about that too. Yep, continue.
Yeah, me and Jalooby had multiple talks about
Oh
this.
my god, we've talked about this so much, and I'm so glad we agree on it. Because oh my god,
It's just like there's like there will be exception out there. There will be and also I just want to say, all right, I'm gonna put this on record. TikTok is so much luck. Like you will never,
yeah.
you will never in my life agree to be like, oh yeah, TikTok takes skill. No, it is 90% luck. The only time I would tell you which takes skills on TikTok is just if you are out of the box and creative, right? And even that's hard because what's that one girl who just got famous for bopping her head? What was her name?
Bella Delphine.
Bella Porch. She bopped her head. Boom. Famous.
Sorry, wrong person. I'm so sorry.
Is that her name?
I don't know.
No, I'm gonna mute for a
Yeah, and there's and then, like the reason I prefer YouTube a lot more because it just generally feels like their skill, right? I mean, yeah, the issue with Shorts and TikTok are still there. It's great for growth, but to have like a good fan base and community, it's just awful. It's very awful. I got tired of making Shorts because it wasn't what I enjoyed doing. So I enjoy making a lot more long form content, right? I mean, I edit for other people because it's just a simple thing I can do on the side. It's so easy. I do it like it takes me an hour. Boom. I'm not gonna complain, right? And like straight up, it's just so annoying and horrible, right? And then there's a lot of creators on there that just don't put effort. I'm gonna be honest, right? There's a lot of people. There's like I talk about people. There's like a few different categories I can like dunk on, right? People, you know, like people with thirst traps, you know, people who try to act, you know, like that. There's also people whose like whole personality is just their voice, right? That is just so annoying, right? You could have a good personality, but if you base your whole personality over your voice, it's just who are you trying to go for? Right, and then it's just the same repetitive concept every single time.
I have a lot to say on that.
Yeah, come on, come join me, Chalooby, because I know you had a conversation about
this. Hopefully I don't. Sorry, I'm organizing. Don't mind me over here. I'm here. I'm just a disembodied voice. I have a lot to say about this. It is people who build their community off of some. Like quote unquote
cheap ways to get famous. People are gonna do that.
Not only that, but it's promoting the I'm not gonna say it because Twitch doesn't like it. SIMP culture.
Yes.
It is promoting that, and seeing that has been one of the most encountering that within the space has been some of the most toxic, uncomfortable, gross, disgusting communities I have ever seen. And I'm obviously not calling out anyone. Everyone's communities are valid because you've built those, but it's this disgusting power dynamic between the content creator, the streamer, and their viewers. Because you can have those traits. Like That's fine. People can recognize, oh, you have a nice voice, whatever. You are like conventionally attractive, whatever. If someone wants to include that in their like branding or their representation as a content creator, go for it. But basing your entire presence on a platform over that is a guaranteed way to, first of all, failure. Second of all, an uncomfortable community. It promotes that culture, and it provides this power imbalance. And I'm somebody who's a big anti-advocate of that sort of stuff, because a lot of the communities that I've seen that are based around those specific personalities are built on a basis of like mostly minors. And
I would say that like it's the like it feels like they're targeting minors, and then because of that, some fan bases are just kids, and it's just not good. It's not good for them.
It promotes that. It promotes that culture, and it creates this power imbalance between streamer and viewer. And I really don't like seeing that. It's not only like kind of gross, gives me the ick, but it also just bums me out, man. It just kind of makes me upset, because you're putting all of your eggs into one basket. It's this power imbalance, and you see that stuff happen nowadays all the time. And it's just, I feel like every other week now it's coming out that like some content creator is abusing their power in that sense. And it's like, man, it really goes to show like how difficult it is it just to like promote a healthy community and not use, again, I'm not saying having that as part of like your presence that's not a bad thing. It's making that your only trait, and then personal like intentionally creating a power imbalance to then kind of step over those. You're like crawling your way through the groups of like minors who are attracted to like whatever aspect, and you're like, oh my god, I'm at the top. It's such like an egotistical way to gain a following. You don't actually care about what you're promoting.
They care for money. They care for views, right? They care for all the.
Again, Bush and I talked about
we're going to somebody to talk, so I can talk about a lot about my work. Honestly, I can go so much about my work and how I just feel about like content creation as a whole.
Well, we don't want to get too doomsday. It's not like a definitely. I mean, it is just content creation, and you're a streamer, but there are ways to go about it, and there are ways to not go about it, and I think that is one of them. So, Enz0, do you want to say something?
I'm trying to interrupt. Bush, don't you have to leave in?
Yes.
Let's honestly, I don't know. So let's just keep talking until I'm like time's up.
No, but we want to be able to do the.
Would you other questions? Do you want to start then?
Could I pitch in real quick?
Yes.
I was just gonna say, Andrea, I agree with that so much, and they also like promote it. So yeah, that's the end of that. Anyways,
okay.
Would you rather?
Cool.
Who's gonna win all the loot?
Okay, so to remind chat of what's going on, I'm gonna ask these three people 3 would you rather questions. We're going to go through all of them, we're going to get their answers for each one, and then at the end, I'm going to make a poll, and you guys are going to vote on whose answers you liked the best.
Yeah.
And then whoever wins that poll will win all of the loot that we fished up today.
And there's 2. There's an Unbreaking 3 book and 2.
Hey, there's a good-looking man right here.
There should be a lot of good stuff.
Wow.
There's a good-looking man sitting at the 3rd vote, so hey.
Okay. Well, let's not do any bribery.
Bush, don't talk about me like that.
Come on now.
Hey, excuse me.
Whoa.
I love my work and my work only, and you know it.
All right, are you guys ready for the first question?
Yes.
Okay. We'll start with a different person each time. We'll do right to left this time. So Bush first. Would you rather be covered in fur or covered in scales?
So either be a dinosaur or
Or a furry.
Actually, dinosaurs have predator feathers.
I will throw. So do I want to?
Alright, Bush.
Honestly, dinosaurs are cooler. I'll go scales.
You'd rather be covered in scales. Okay, just the dinosaurs.
Well, can I fly if I have feathers?
No, it's
wasn't
fur.
feathers, it
It's
was
fur or scales.
Okay, so just scales because I feel like no feathers because I want to fly.
It's not feathers, Bush.
Okay, so
It's
I'll
fur.
just okay. You know what?
Fur
I'm fine.
or
Just scales
scales?
because it's cooler. I'll
Okay.
be cool.
Okay.
Goodness.
What about you, Enzo?
I would probably go with fur.
Mm-hmm. Any reason?
I'm trying to think of a reason because scales would be weird. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, okay. Would you rather shed fur or scales, Abenz?
Ooh.
I'm
yeah.
asking you this now, huh? Turning the tables on you.
To be fair, considering how much hair Gina sheds, it's almost the same thing.
Wow.
I can deal with that. It's like shedding
no
scales introduces a whole new
way.
problem, you know? What about you, Chaluby?
As somebody who already knows what it's like to be covered in fur because of how much facial hair I grow,
Oh,
and
same here, buddy,
it's
don't worry.
very upsetting. I would rather be covered in scales just to feel what it's like to be a fish. I'm gonna swim. Yeah, scales are so much more eco-friendly than fur. Thank you, Jackie.
Eco-friendly?
Exactly.
British.
To be fair, if you donated enough fur, you can make like wigs out of them and stuff, you know?
Yeah, but what about scales? Like, you ever heard of a heart scale? You ever play a Pokemon game? Scales are
shit.
cool.
Ah,
You
shit,
can
you're
you
right.
can do cool stuff. You can like
You can wave
make,
things
huh?
to them.
What? Mermaids have
Mermaids?
scales. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be like
but
one of those things.
Not all over though, you know?
Some of them.
Okay,
I
okay.
like the
okay.
scary ones from Pirates of the Caribbean.
So
Anyways,
the
next
lizard
question.
people have it, so it's okay.
You can make armor with dragon scales.
can
Thank you,
make-
The
RNG.
lizard people.
Okay. Next
Would you rather be a
question.
furry or a scaly?
Would you rather be a furry or
Oh,
a dragon?
God.
That's what you're basically saying. Or a lizard. Okay,
It does not get less weird. Okay,
A reptoid or a...
this one we're starting with Enzo. Would you rather have edible spaghetti hair that regrows every night, or sweat maple syrup?
Oh my god, no! What if it got really hot? That would be so
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
My Italian
Honestly?
heritage.
Honestly,
Right
oh my
now.
gosh, yeah, I love spaghetti. Oh my gosh, I would choose the spaghetti hair, not gonna lie.
Why?
That would be so yummy. Because unlimited food, bro.
Yeah, but it grows out of your head. Like it's not clean.
Uh,
My goodness, that ain't meat.
Icky.
oh my gosh, but you'd rather sweat maple syrup?
No, I'm just providing a counter argument. You know.
If I had, well, they're both terrible options, you know? If I
That's
had
the
to
point.
choose one, I would choose spaghetti.
Okay. What about you,
There's so
Chaluby?
much to say.
Mhm.
Are you zoomed in on me right now?
Yes.
Bada bing, bada boom. That's a spicy meatball. Does that answer
Yep,
your
that's pretty
question?
perfect.
All right.
What?
If you sweat maple syrup, you're gonna be
Mhm.
sticky all the time. I already listen.
Oh, it does
Would you
specify.
rather quit?
All the
I
time.
already know what that's like to be sticky because
Oh,
of my
no.
goop, my slime.
Oh.
You are asking things that I already know what it's like.
Yeah,
so
would
I
you rather be
immediately
C
want the other one.
Chaluby or
Spaghetti hair? You get. Dude, that's tasty. Throw a little meat sauce on there.
Okay.
Should I put meat
Yeah.
sauce on that head,
Is it,
Chaluby?
is it only when you sweat?
Yeah. It's only when you sweat. Yeah.
So you're gonna be
Oh,
running, and
then
you're
I'll
gonna
take
be
When are you? How much do you run, Chaluby?
Hey,
How much do you run? To be fair.
me?
Yeah.
So I haven't gone on a run. Actually, Chompy and I went on a walk on my run.
Oh
my
shit!
run
You
walk
actually
today,
exercise? Oh
so-
fuck.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
That would be a
That's
major. I also work in a kitchen that gets like 80 degrees.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's
Fair enough. All right, Bush.
Maple.
Ugh,
Oh god. Why?
No, because okay,
disgusting.
because no, I can tell you why. Because for some natural reason, even my doctors don't understand hype, but I rarely sweat.
Oh my god,
At
you're like
all.
Prince
Oh my
Andrew.
God.
Oh no.
So like, I'm able to like. What?
All right, Bush is immediately disqualified. Abenz just compared it to Prince Andrew.
Oh no,
Push.
I'm sorry,
Oh my
Bush.
gosh. Bush wakes up in the middle of the night from a nightmare covered in maple syrup.
That's big though. Like in my nightmares, I wake up in a panic, not a sweat. I don't
I
sweat.
can't believe these are the would you rather questions.
Oh my god. This is your
Sorry,
staff
a
team,
good-looking
everyone.
guy like me needs to stay
Syrup
clean.
Consistency, I just
A good-looking guy like me needs some spaghetti.
Oh my
Spaghetti.
goodness.
Okay, last question. Starting with Chaluby on this one.
That's me.
Oh wait, ad.
Oh, we got an ad. Oh, wait until the ad is done. Would you sell your maple syrup sweat, Bush? This is what I want to know.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yes, I
actually.
like to be a prophet. I like
This
profit.
is
Listen,
worse than
even
the
though even
Wait,
though I
oh my
even though I
God.
rarely sweat, right? If I can find a method where does it taste good or does it have a sweat taste?
No, it tastes like maple syrup. Doesn't tell like.
But it's gonna be covered all over your body. You're
Well,
gonna be like propagating maple syrup from your armpits. That's not something that people want to eat.
God.
Yeah,
That's
the
gonna be
thing is,
from my.
the thing is, I think you should sell sweat maple syrup, but you shouldn't sell spaghetti hair.
Hey,
That's my-
you have a dehydrator at home? You can dehydrate that spaghetti and you can sell it. Spaghetti hair,
hate this.
produced by a true Italian. That's
Oh,
my
God.
business model.
I'm a businessman doing business
Throw
stuff.
spaghetti from their scalp.
Okay, hear me out. What if the maple syrup producer and the spaghetti grower went into business together and they made a business with their
Syrup spaghetti business. Is that what you're
syrup
suggesting?
spaghetti,
Oh, I don't like that.
I hate these. Okay,
maple spaghetti?
Is the ad over? Can we? ask
One more
this?
ad.
Yes.
15 seconds.
One more ad. Oh, Bush knows how many ads.
Yeah, because I'm not. For
What's
some
wrong?
reason, Ton and I didn't get gifted subs. This is bullying, and I'm not sure
Listen,
how to feel about it.
nothing's wrong with maple syrup, but
All right, ad's over. All right, Abenz.
All
What
right.
is the final which one?
Final question. Starting with Chaluby.
That's
Okay,
me, I'm here.
trigger warning, vomit. Talking about vomit and stuff like that. Okay.
Oh, I went through this too. You were like targeting me with these questions.
Would you rather vomit uncontrollably for 1 minute every time you hear the happy birthday song, or get a headache that lasts for the rest of the day every time you see a bird?
Oh, happy birthday vomit, because that's like I'm guaranteed to hear that once a year for my own birthday. I can choose not to go to other birthday parties. I don't care much.
Yeah, it's like the happy birthday song. Yeah, easy. Also,
Yeah,
because...
I'll be sitting down with a cake in front of my face, and they're like, blow out the candle.
But like,
Happy
what if you hear it on like,
birthday to-
what if you hear it on like TikTok or something like that? Like just scrolling TikTok and then.
Okay,
there's
how
a-
much do you need to hear before
You just
it's actually
hear the song, just any part of the song.
any part of the song?
You can't just like hear it and then scroll past.
I can ban terms, or I can just turn my I'll safety scroll, and that's when you turn your phone volume all the way down.
Though I think these two are wrong. Abenz, that's a trick question. Birds aren't real. They are spies
Ah,
for the government.
shit. You got me.
What headaches? What headaches? Birds aren't real. I actually don't think I've ever seen a real bird, so I'm gonna choose that one.
Well said. Well
All right,
said.
bird
Okay.
denier. Us bird truthers know what's up.
Oh my gosh, just like the flat earthers, huh?
No. I'm gonna also. By the way, this is the first time we had like more than 10 members on. I'm gonna be real.
Wait, what?
There's a lot of people. There's a
Oh god, I even looked.
people on right
I'm in
now, yeah.
F1, so I didn't even see.
People
it.
are
I would
excited
tell you,
for
I
the.
would tell you. Also, listen. The benefits of
podcast.
throwing up is you get skinnier. So thumbs up.
No,
That
that is
is
not
not-
a good
this
thing
is
to
not-
promote.
you cannot
That is an
promote that.
eating disorder.
You cannot promote that.
On stream, and I thought I was gonna be the person to say a controversial thing at the end.
Morally, you
Joke
cannot say
about
that. Chat, do not do that, please.
Don't do that. Do not. No, seek help,
Oh my
please.
god.
People care about you.
Seek help.
WillowSMP is a safe space.
Alright.
Somebody get the
No,
newspaper.
Don't listen to me. I'm crazy. That's
Someone
my-
get the newspaper.
You're so
smack
quirky.
Bush
Oh
with
my
it.
god.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry.
Alright, I am making the
Just
poll.
even-
Hitting you with witch hazel? Use that for my
You're
face.
senile.
Is that a podcast
Okay.
about one controversy? I'm kidding.
Chat,
Don't do it.
the poll
I
is
already made
up.
that.
Please vote
Oh,
on who you
oh,
thought
oh.
had the best answers.
All right.
Let's have a look.
if I may, the only one to catch any Neptune's bounty today was me. So
Oh my
It doesn't matter.
God.
Only so far Bush is ahead with 3
Of
votes.
course,
Chaluby
yeah,
and
Bush
Enz0.
is
Now it's
ahead.
even.
Excuse
Now it's all 3. Now Chaluby's ahead. Chaluby's ahead.
Stop the
6
count.
votes. Come on,
Voter
guys.
fraud.
Put your votes in now. Twit.
Chaluby was so real with it. Thank you, Jem.
This is so biased.
Yeah,
This is
that
biased.
is
This is
yeah,
biased.
that's
Most of you guys
correct.
are
We know
Chaluby chatters.
literally everyone in the chat.
Sounds like excuses to me. Not gonna lie, guys.
Oh my
Sounds like
goodness.
excuses for bad answers.
So-
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
tough.
God.
Oh, look at that. Another book. Piercing 4.
This is-
Curse
How
of
are you so
Corrosion.
lucky? I've been getting fish.
Oh
I've
my
been getting
God.
fish this whole darn
To be
time.
fair, it's okay if I lost because
Oh.
I got it.
Slide guy
There
had
it
banger.
is.
Yes.
There it is.
Let's go.
We got ChaloobyLive in first place, Bush in second, and
Oh
Enz0 in third.
boy, Chaluby
my
W. You can't
goodness.
spell Chaluby without W. Don't look into that too deep. Let's go.
Congratulations on
Don't
your
look at
first
that,
win,
dude.
ChaloobyLive.
Yes. Oh,
First
so
and
much
only.
fish. I don't even care about everything
you
else.
can leave
I'm
it here
just
as long
kidding,
as you
dude.
want, and then take it when you have space.
Oh,
Feel free.
wonderful,
Do you wanna open your
Oh, wait,
treasures?
do we want a live
Yeah.
a live Chaluby unboxing for the Neptune's bounty? See what I got
Oh,
in front of Bush and Enzo, so I can rub it in their
Yeah,
faces.
of course.
Oh my God.
You
Oh
better
my
not touch
God.
it. A Neptunium fillet knife and a message in a
Oh.
bottle. Who took it? Who took it?
Oh
I have
no!
a fillet knife.
Oh crap!
Wait, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Wait, geyser.
Driftwood.
You
I can
take a
fly
picture.
now.
And then,
What about your next
and
one?
then. Oh, a Neptunium fishing rod. I already have like 4 of these.
Oh.
Yay!
Okay.
It's that unboxing video. Just act excited. And then
Yes! Come on, where's the Twitch reaction, Chaluby? Come on.
Oh my god, guys, I got a Neptunium fishing rod. Oh my god, please smash that like button and subscribe for more epic unboxing content. Thank you.
oh gosh, next
Yeah,
year
I'll pay you later. Thanks,
Chaluby.
Chaluby.
Watermelon Duo family vlogs. Oh gosh.
Watermelon Duo family vlog comes out next week, guys.
Oh my god.
No.
What the fuck is this? What's
Return of Eggman.
Okay, I don't even want to ask about this. Right,
It's not real. It's Bush cheating.
okay,
What?
okay,
I'm not even
perfect.
cheating. Okay, you for okay.
All right, I will let you guys free. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. It was really
Yeah.
good.
This-
Yahoo.
I'll be honest, this was so much fun, Abenz. Thank you so much.
Yay.
I hope.
Honestly, there was like so much more I wish I could talk about, but I'm kind of on a
I
time limit
know.
here.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
Right.
could keep talking
Hey,
for so
in
long.
In the future, give him a few episodes. We'll come back.
Yes. It also,
we'll be back, Aben.
if you three want to
I
come on
always
with
come
anyone
back.
else, like if you guys have any other people that you want to do a duo or trio with, just let me know. And
Let's
I'm
get the
sure
whole
we'll-
staff team.
No,
Let's all
I-
get 7 people.
Oh my gosh,
Full
staff,
staff
okay,
team.
Full staff team.
I want an exclusive Ton interview.
Oh yes,
Yes.
please.
Yes, it was recommended to me before the podcast. A
Just on.
Torn Halo RNG.
Oh, Dad! Yes!
I recommended
Oh my
that. That was
God.
me.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would literally watch
It
that.
sounds
I
like a
want
good
a
idea.
Lancaster one because
Yes.
of their amazing music.
Oh, could we have a music
Ooh.
episode?
Music episode with Jem.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
Jem on the
God.
podcast? Jem's not on the
And
podcast.
Ticket One, not gonna lie. They've
The
done
British episode.
The
Oh
British
my God.
episode. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
get Dark
we'll
on.
Dark- we'll
Yeah,
Dark
it was Dark.
every British person and then Dark.
I didn't even think. You have to make a British episode, not tell Dark what it's gonna be called. And then you go with that. Oh my God! All
Well,
right.
I really appreciate you guys for coming. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so
I
much,
will talk to you
Aben.
guys in a second.
Subscribe to Abenz and everything.
Yeah,
on
everyone
channel.
sub, Prime
And
subs.
Bucky.
Thank you guys for watching. If you're listening, I don't know if this
Bye.
is gonna be uploaded anywhere, but thank
I
you.
am, I'm gonna
Is
work
it?
on it.
Yay!
Big thanks for Willow happening. Trust me, we're doing stuff. We're doing stuff. Discord coming
Yeah.
soon. All the shebang.
There we go, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate everyone coming out. Holy shit, all of the subs and support was fucking insane. Thank you guys so much. I am gonna put this on my VODs channel, so if you want to watch it unedited, or if you have any parts that you missed out on because of ads, they will all be up on my VODs channel, which I will link to my Twitter. any Willow members in chat, if you want to DM me at any point about wanting to do an episode or anything like that, just let me know and we will get that done. What else? Yes, I will announce future things happening on my Twitter, and I'm sure it will be on the Willow Twitter as well. So all things WillowCast will be on the WillowSMP Twitter and on my Twitter. I appreciate all of you guys so much. The support on the stream has been incredible. It's this kind of like the Willow community is just fucking insane. Honestly, like the best community I've ever been a part of. Sorry, Knight. But the Willow fucking community is incredible. Thank you guys so much. Obviously, go follow all of these three guys. If you know Willow, you know these guys. But I love you guys so much. Oh my god, bro, oh my god. Okay, I love you guys so much. I will see you guys. Wait, is anyone live? Wait, hang on, shit. I should do that. I forgot that's the thing I should do. I'm a streamer. I know what I'm doing, right, guys, right? Shit, I should raid someone. Who do I raid? Is anyone live? Oh my god, Dark Phoenix is live. Actually, no. Wait, I am going to raid Ramen. Sorry. I would raid Dark, but I am going to be on another stream in a second. So sorry, Dark. I'm going to be on another stream in a second with my friend Ramen, who is a Pokemon streamer, and I'm going to be in their friend lock. So if you wanna come hang out, I'm going to be on my friend Ramen's stream. He's really fucking nice. He's an amazing creator. Everybody go say hi. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Yes, Ramen the fish boy, the one and only. Thank you guys so much. Holy shit. You guys are so cool. You guys are so cool. Bye.